Hello and welcome back to my channel. For this video I would like to thank William Harbour for the awesome suggestion. So for this drawing of Charmander, when I initially thought of it, I remembered playing Pokemon Snap, and in Pokemon Snap there is a group of Charmanders that you can choose to interact with, and I remember spending so much time interacting with those Charmanders because I thought they were adorable. But you could throw apples in the game, so I would throw apples at them, but they would get mad when the apples disappeared because they would want more. So I'm drawing an angry Charmander from that game. So right now I'm just going in with some vine charcoal just to lay out the initial pose that I wanted. I actually had a screenshot from the game up to help reference while I was drawing this. And because they're only angry when they don't have apples, I wanted to add an apple being thrown at the Charmander. I was also considering adding another apple, but I decided against it. I cropped the image to help it fit better with the overall composition. Now I'm going in with a light layer and helping smooth that out with a paper towel, just to add the base tone and get the initial lighting set up. The circle on the apple that you see right now is actually what the game uses as a target for where your controller is pointing, but later I actually blend that out just because I thought it would make a better overall image. Just in case anyone didn't know where the game came from, it wouldn't be odd. Right now I'm going in with a dark pencil and some extra vine charcoal just to help darken the darkest places. Now I'm blending out the tail and adding the background shadows, and I chose to go with a dark background because the flame on the tail I wanted to have illuminating most of the scene, and I thought it would contrast very nicely if the background was mostly dark and gradiented into a lighter foreground. The other thing that we shouldn't forget about Charmanders is that in their Pokédex entry, it's kind of graphic, but if their tail goes out, they die. So hopefully the wind that's currently blowing it to the side will not get strong enough to murder this poor Charmander. So right now I'm going back in and adding that little halo of light that I love when making flames. Every single flame has like this tiny halo of light, and I just think it's so beautiful. So now I'm being very careful, just laying out the edges, just so that I don't blend into the actual Charmander. But like the Vaporeon video, I want to make sure that the line art disappears. It just helps give it a more overall finished look, since Pokemon have relatively simple designs overall. So now I'm adding the edge to the apple and starting to add the background right there. So now I'm just going in quickly shading in the apple. Apples are one of the easiest things that I can do because there was a time when I was constantly drawing apples like at least once a day because I liked that whole slogan, like an apple a day. Right now I'm adding a little bit more texture to the apples and just smoothing out the background, and finally going in and adding the finishing touches, like a little bit more texture to the background to make it a little bit darker, and finally the texture on the ground. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!